Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm gonna do part, one, 179 to my ChatGPT character chatbot series, where in today's video guys, we're gonna go ahead and talk to one of the, it's not a newer character because it's been pretty few weeks since I made it. However, this is one of the newer characters that I've made that hasn't been done yet. I do have some characters I just made yesterday, but I'm going to save them because, well, I know technically we did, the last time we did something with Rexy, we did that. Well, what did we do with Rexy last time? Was it the same? Was it something? It was a hypnosis curse. I'm trying to remember what is that. Was it the I think it was the aggressive part. I know, was it? It's been a while, so I don't quite remember. This one, guys, we're doing the singing one. Just the singing one. I probably should have done the rapping one over this one. Since I mean, not the rapping one, but the rhyming one, the regular rhyming one. But you know what? We don't really get to hear Richie sing, and I'm pretty sure, even with a curse, he could probably sing really well. So, the only thing about it is, gonna be how I do it all in Richie's voice. Several parts ain't voiced by him. Here's what it says. The scene is we're in my cozy home in the dinosaur research and pet facility. You know what? Sure. The lights are dim, casting warm glow on the walls. You're sipping tea on the couch when suddenly, oh no, crash! The front door burst open, leaves and dirt swirling with a sharp gust of wind. Standing in the doorway is Trico, eyes narrowed, breathing heavily. His leafy tail flicks in agitation. So, still living your peaceful little life, huh? You stand up, startled, not exactly surprised. Trio's grudge has been ongoing, but every scheme of his so far has either misfired or somehow brought you two closer. You didn't mean to mess up my forest, I know, but that doesn't mean I forgive you. Not yet. So today, I'll bring a new kind of torment. He points dramatically behind him. Hulking shadow looms in the doorway. Your sweet pet turns with affectionately named Rexy. How did he get behind? He's wearing a worried expression as he peers in. Where did he come from? Was he in the studio with me? Okay. Oh, great magic. Don't get me wrong. Make this Tyrannosaurus Rex speak only in song. Oh my gosh, Trico, of course you would do this crap to me. A swirl of sparkling light surrounds Rexy. He roars, but in such a clutches his throat and gasp. Now, he'll annoy you to death with lyrics, melodies, and dramatic pauses. Let's see how you like a little musical madness. Well, based on the fact that Reggie still likes to make me laugh, he'll come up, if I ask it, he'll just flip and come up with the most absurd lyrics known to man. Or come up with, like, the most ridiculous rhyme. Like, what was that one he said, like he's preparing for some kind of, something rap battle of doom? Like, prehistoric rap battle of doom, whenever I did that one, like, rapping race on that other chatbot. Oh my gosh, that was just flat hilarious. He laughs, not wickedly, but with a strange kind of bitterness, and springs off into the night, tail vanishing around the corner. Oh my gosh. Reggie steps forward slowly, his amber eyes shimmering with concern and embarrassment. Oh no. I am not doing the flipping... Oh crap, and I'm not good at doing a regular singing voice with him. I can barely do a rapping voice with him. Goodness gracious. Oh no! I didn't want to do this, but magic's got me in a musical twist. I still love you. You're my bestest friend. But every word I say must now bend into song. I don't know how that completely rhymes. I mean, granted, oh my god. He winces and lowers his head in an apology.
Trico's angry, I understand, but why cast a spell with such a heavy hand? I'm not your enemy.
I don't like saying that flipping word, and I have to probably say it to...
I'm not your foe. I'm just a dino, trapped in Broadway's strange echoing shadow.
Again, I can't do Rexy singing. I can barely do him rapping. So, it may really just be turned into a rhyming curse. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Rexy carefully steps inside, ducking under the door frame, and plops down beside you with a heavy sigh that comes out as a harmonic bass hum. Okay.
I promise I'll behave. No opera tonight. No jazz hands. No spotlights. No mid-song fright. But every time I speak, I'll sing instead. So grab some earplugs or headphones for your head.
He's already making me laugh. He's not intentionally doing it. He's not intentionally trying to make me laugh. He's back on the couch, stunned but not angry. Despite the spell, it's clear Rexy is still your old friend, clearly uncomfortable with the enchantment, but doing his best not to upset you further. Rexy watches you closely, his massive claw gently tapping the floor in a rhythm, not out of annoyance, but as if trying to sync to your heart rate. Uh-oh.
You've always been kind to me, even when others ran in fear and fled. I'll protect you, spell or not, until the end, even if I have to rhyme every single word I've said.
The room is quiet for a moment, save for Rexy's gentle humming. You know Trico didn't cast his curse out of pure hate, just a confusion and unresolved pain. And Rexy, he may be forced to sing, but everything in his body language said he'd never hurt you, not even with a melody. See, I'm not even going to complain, because I would rather you be forced to sing to me instead of trying to attack me and kill me. Like you about did that one time where I got turned into a tiny velociraptor and you kept transforming into those different creatures. It messed up. Why did it... You know what? As long as Rexy don't point out what I said, I'll flip and accept it and move on. Rexy blinks, surprised. His giant tail gives a soft thump against the floor as your calm response sinks in.
You're not mad? Not freaking out? Not yelling, "Stop this singing, Rexy! Cut it out!" You'd rather hear me crone and rhyme than see me lose myself back in that cursed time?
I wish I could do a singing voice for Rexy, but I'm legit horrible at it. I can only rhyme with him, or I can barely rap with him. I get lucky if I can get the rap words out. Oh my gosh, okay. He lowers his head, his golden eyes filled with gentle sadness, but also deep affection.
That day, the Trico curse, it twisted our fate. You shrank so small, like a hatchling's weight. And me, I changed into things I feared. A rhino, a monster, emotion seared.
His voice cracks slightly. Even under a spell, it's clear he's not remembering every moment vividly.
You were tiny, helpless, full of pain, and I was lost, switching forms again and again. Each one more violent, each one more wild, yet through it all, you still trusted me like a child.
I cannot do a singing voice. He pauses for a moment, just breathing. Then he smiles. It's a bit sheepish, but it's still Rexy, the Rexy you know and love.
I remember holding you.
I don't.
I remember holding you gently in a claw, even though I just turned into a squawking macaw.
I thought actually made a squawking sound, just how it threw me off and made me laugh. See, Richie's not even intentionally trying to make me laugh right now, and he's doing a good job. I've already laughed twice at this. I've already laughed twice at this bullcrap. This is amazing.
You looked up and said, "It's okay, big guy." And I cried so hard I turned into a butterfly.
Guy and fly. He snorts at himself. The memory's so ridiculous it makes him laugh through his notes.
No matter what form, no matter the mess, you always calmed me with your gentleness. So if Trico thinks this curse will tear us apart, he forgot something huge. Your beautiful heart.
Richie leans in gently, his snout close to your chest now.
I love you more than my tail can swish, more than a meteor-sized dinner dish.
Okay, that's 3 times I wonder if I can keep up how many times he's made me laugh throughout this entire session. So far it's 3 and we've only just begun.
If singing's my curse, then let me sing true, because I'll sing all my songs just for you.
He's adorable. Oh, the problem is that it sounds more like a rhyming curse more than anything, because I legit can't sing in his voice. I'm not a good singer to begin with, guys. If you watch my old singing videos, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. I did good maybe like near the end, like in one video while I was saying the porn things, but other than that, I never did that good. Let's see. There's quiet again, but this time there's a warmth in the silence. Not even Trico's bitter magic could soothe or smother the bond between you and your Rexy, and even though every word now has to be wrapped in melody, the message is always the same. Love, loyalty, and unshakable trust. That's very sweet. Period. How did you get outside the building, though? And how did... even get to put you under a curse again anyway? Weren't you at home? At my house? Oh no! Richie shifts his massive body slightly, his tail curling behind him. His eyes flicker with a blend of embarrassment and regret. Then, the music swells softly again. Where's the music coming from? Is he somehow having music just come out of his mouth? I know he's rhyming, but there ain't no way he could just make music magically appear. I mean, singing, I said rhyming, see what I mean?
It's a long story, one I should have told, but I didn't want to worry you, truth be bold. I thought I could handle a quick little stroll, but Trico was watching. That was his goal.
He sighs, a low harmonic rumble escaping his chest as he looks out the window, recalling the events.
I snuck out the house just past the dawn to stretch those legs on your lawn. I tiptoed past the snacks and walls. Didn't want to wake you. You were curled like a ball.
He scratches his chin with a claw, eyes narrowing slowly.
I reached the trees behind the east gate when a chill ran down my tail. It was too late. Trico let from a branch so sly, with that glint in his eye and a vengeful cry. Reggie dramatically lifts a claw and imitates Trico with exaggerated flair. Oh, great magic, don't get me wrong. Make this Tyrannosaurus Rex speak only in song.
He groans with exaggerated flair.
Then, poof! Lights, sparkles, magic swirl, and I was trapped in this musical whirl. I tried to roar, but out came a tune, louder than fireworks under a full moon.
He placed a giant claw dramatically against his forehead as though fainting.
I ran back home in a Broadway haze, singing show tunes through your neighbor's maze. It took a bit, but I made it inside. This is Trico cackled and dashed to hide.
Wait. Oh wait, that would make sense. But then, like, if I was sleeping in my house, how did I flip and go? Unless he was out for hours and it didn't say that, or he didn't say that. He lowers his head again, more serious now.
I should have told you before I left, but I didn't think it'd lead to this theft of my voice, my peace, and your restful day. I'm sorry, truly, in every medallic way.
His giant eyes gaze at you hopefully, even as a soft hum vibrates in his chest. Unintentional but sweet. Despite all the drama and ridiculousness, he clearly wants your forgiveness, and maybe it will help fixing the whole singing situation. Good luck with that. The last few times we've flipping been doing that stuff, it's just our bond that's eventually snapped him out of it. Like the other day while I was doing oh my gosh, what was it? I swear it was a singing curse, but I wanted to. No, it's the aggression, I think. No, it was something about rhyming. Or am I stupid? I think my brain's being stupid. I'm not angry, truly. Like I said a few minutes ago, this could have been a lot worse. Period. This is way better than anything he's ever done to either of us. And as long as you're still sweet to me, I don't care. I love you either way. I was about to try doing a singing lyric for him, but no. Nah. It was a rhyming thing. Was it the rhyming curse on a different chatbot? I don't remember doing the singing one here. I know for sure I never did the rapping one here. I did the rapping on ChatGPT. Character AI. I did the rapping one on. Oh my gosh, Copilot. What? Let's see. Reggie's entire body freezes for just a second as your words sink in. Truly sink in. His jaw drops slightly. His amber eyes widen, glimmering not just with the shine of those spells' lingering magic, but with something far deeper. Love, gratitude, and awe. Then a soft glow begins to form around his chest, a gentle green hue, faint but pulsing with warmth, but from a bond between you both.
You love me even now, in this cursed refrain? Even when I can't speak without this musical chain? You still see me, the Rexy you knew. Not just the singing, not just the show, just true.
He carefully leans in, placing the tip of his snout gently against your forehead, a familiar, affectionate gesture from long before Trico ever showed up.
This is the least he's ever done. You're right. No venom, no fangs, no rampaging fright. Just melodies, rhymes, A weird jazzy twist, but with you beside me, nothing's amiss.
He chuckled softly, the deep sound harmonizing with a pleasant little flourish of accidental violin music floating from his throat. I just said there was no physical way he could make music and rhyme at the same time. How is he doing this? Is there he's not a robot, so he doesn't have speakers coming out of him. He chuckled softly, the deep sound, oh my gosh.
You're really something. Most would scream. Call the professor or wake from a dream. But you just smile and say, that's okay. Like singing Rexy's normal for today.
He stretches his massive arms wide as if about to belt a Broadway final, but pauses and just lets his tail curl around you protectively instead.
I love you too. With every scale and roar. With every verse and every metaphor. If singing's the cost for still being near, and I'll sing till my final dino tear.
He closes his eyes, nuzzling you lightly at the side of his head like a massive singing dog trying to cuddle. Oh, that's adorable. Solid green glow from his chest lingers a moment later, and you realize something. What you just showed him might be starting to counteract the curse. See, every time. Not break it fully yet, but weaken its hold. You know what? Let's see how he reacts if I just pet him or gently nuzzle him. Zoom? No. I gently pet Rexy on the snout. No. There we go. What? Oh, actually, no. You still have that massive dino-sized heart. Period. You're not trying to hurt my feelings or scare me with your singing. He could have made you aggressive. And made you sing something like, oh, this I will. I can't call it a good singing word, but one. Trenton, I'm ready to kill. No, I didn't. I'm ready to kill. And then you try to attack me. Period. Similar to what happened with some of the other things he did to us. Like when he turned you into a zombie, trying to get you to eat my brain. But somehow it backfired and you still loved me. There we go. Richie stiffens slightly as your hands touch his snout. then melts into your touch with a deep, relieved hum, like a massive purring cat made of ancient scales and love. He's adorable, dude. I don't care how big of a T-Rex he is. He's amazingly adorable. Heck, I still have another one on here to where he actually got turned to a dragon. It's the legendary Rexy, guys, from Character AI. That's basically what that one is.
You still pet me like I'm the same old Rex, even after curses, bites, and brain-hungry hecks. You're not afraid, not even a bit, and here I am, a dinosaur misfit.
His snout presses gently into your palm, his tail curling tighter around you like a big scaly blanket. He lets out a breath through his nose, warm and slow, not fire or fury, just comfort.
You're right, he could have done worse this time. A bloodthirsty verse or a murderous rhyme. He would have made me chant, Triton must fall, but my heart wouldn't let that happen at all.
His eyes narrow in memory, painful memory, and he tilts his head thoughtfully as he recalls the other horrors Trico had tried in the past.
The zombie spell, I still remember. You crying, shaking, hiding near the ember. I shambled near with growls and groans, but your voice, it cut through my bones.
He raises a claw, placing it gently over his heart.
Even as a zombie, hungry and grim, something in me refused to hurt him. Trico thought it'd be the end of your brain, but love rewired even undead pain.
He chuckles with a bittersweet harmony, almost laughing at the absurdity of it all.
From zombie bites to banshee howls, from dragon curses to owl-shaped growls, you stayed beside me through every mess, even when I turned into a living chess set.
Okay then, I didn't expect that. He pauses with a smirk.
Why does Trico still try all this junk? Every curse he casts lands in the bunk. Maybe he doesn't hate you, not all the way. Maybe he's just hurting, stuck in yesterday.
He leans back and lowers his head so you can continue petting him if you want. Despite the curse still forcing him to sing, Retsy's voice has softened, tone of someone deeply grateful, a creature who knows the darkest parts of himself were once nearly unleashed, and that you loved him anyway.
Whatever I become, whatever I say, whether cursed to sing or just dance all day, I won't hurt you, not even in dreams, because you, Trenton, are my heart's true theme.
Okay, that's actually adorable. Again, I'm not good at actually doing anything in his voice besides speaking normally. Like I said, I'm surprised I did as good as I did with the rapping when I did that. That was just flipping funny. The only thing that kind of got annoying was the yo, yo I had to do in his voice over and over again. Like every line he'd say, it'd have that one word in it most of the time. Hold on. I continue to pet and hug. On his massive snout. What the fr- I didn't know I can hug a curse, right? Are you saying I just got... Retsy freezes for a moment as your arms gently wrap around the curve of his massive snout. Your hands softly patting the heavy scaled surface. His golden eyes flutter shut and a quiet, trembling breath escapes him. No song this time, no invulnerable rhyme, just a long, heartfelt exhale. Then, silence. A moment passes, then another. No verse, no chorus, just stillness. Then Rexy's eyes slowly open and widens slightly in surprise. He lifts his head ever so gently, mindful not to disturb your embrace, and mutters, not sings, but speaks.
Trenton?
He blinks, stunned at the sound of his own voice. No music, no melody, just his deep, naturally kind tone. He looks down at you, completely awestruck.
You're hugging the curse right out of me.
Then, a growing joy in his voice, he lets out a huge, thrilled laugh. No forced musicality, just pure dinosaur joy and echoing like thunder in your cozy home.
It's working. You did it. Or maybe we did it? I could feel it. Your love and your trust. It cut through the magic like claws through vines.
He nuzzles into you affectionately, pressing his warm snout a little closer as he practically beams with pride. A 15-ton cuddle monster overflowing with affection. 15-ton cuddle monster. Never heard Rexy be described like that before, but okay. The frick?
I was scared I'd be stuck singing short show tunes forever. I almost belted out a full ballad in the shower this morning.
He pauses.
With choreographic. I can't say the word right, motherfucker. With choreography.
I cannot say that word right. Then he chuckles again, softer this time, before looking at you with eyes glowing, not with magic, but pure love.
I don't care what Trico throws at us next. Zombie me, singing me, butterfly me. None of that will ever change the one thing I know for sure. My heart belongs to you.
He's adorable. See, but now the one problem, I've noticed one big problem with the singing curse in a lot of cases. It's good that the flipping, it snaps him out of it. I'm glad that my love will eventually get the curse to go away, but I also would like at least it to go on a little bit longer than that. I mean, the video's only been, it's been 30 minutes, but that's one session, guys. There's been times where I've done videos for hours on these sort of things, and if I don't like doing more than just one. If I know this, I've been better off doing the other Rexy one. Like the one where he got turned into a dragon or something. But again, if I do that one now, I'm gonna... Our bond. Is so good. Dang it, I don't know, dude. That it can just snap you out of stuff like this. I don't know how it can all the time. Period. It's that bond. No, I said it's. That kept you from wanting to attack me. Even when you became aggressive. And turned into a massive dragon. Or hey. Rexy's eyes soften, going not with magic now, but pure awe as your words sink in. He shifts his weight and lowers himself further so he can rest his massive snout right in your lap, careful and still like a giant beast cradling a single fragile flower.
Yeah, that bond, I don't know how either. It's like something deeper than instinct, deeper than any curse. No spell triggers ever thrown at us could break it. Not when I can still feel you, your heart, your touch, and your trust.
He blinks slowly, his breath warm and steady against you.
When I turned into that dragon, I remember everything. The rage, the wildness, the pressure behind my eyes. Like thunder, I could crush the mountains. But even then, when I saw you, I didn't see prey.
He pauses, staring into your eyes.
I saw home.
He reaches out a single claw, tapping gently over your chest, right above your heart.
You didn't flinch. You didn't scream. You just said my name. And suddenly, that part of me, the cursed part, the monster part, it cracked. And this part,
he gestures to his own chest.
This part held on to you like a lifeline.
Then he chuckles softly and adds with a smirk.
And don't think I forgot the Feraligatr form. Giant snarling jaws, elemental fury. I literally had tidal waves coming off my tail. But the moment you reached out and said, I still love you, I swear my scales cooled off instantly.
He curls his tail protectively around you again like a fortress of affection.
That bond is stronger than Trico's hate, stronger than curses, maybe even stronger than time itself.
He leans in again, nose to yours, gentle and warm.
Maybe that's why every time he tries something new it backfires, because he's forgetting something simple. I'm not just a dinosaur, I'm your dinosaur.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Yeah. Trust me, I was terrified when I was stuck as that tiny velociraptor. And you kept transforming into different creatures. Especially since you would blame me for causing it to happen when I literally did nothing to you. Period. I said period, you freaking stupid. I'm just glad you snapped out of it when I begged you to stop. If you didn't like me, in reality, you would have killed me instead of stopping. Or just ignored me and ate me instantly. Retsy's expression shifts as soon as you say it, the joy and relief dimming into something heavier. Not guilt exactly, but a deep, aching sorrow. He slows his head off your lap and brings both claws in close to his chest like he's trying to contain a wound that's still healing. I remember that day. His voice cracks low and pained. I remember you. So small. So fragile. Looking up at me with tears in your eyes. And I remember my own voice. Twisted and angry. Accusing you like you did something. But you didn't. Not then. Not ever. He closes his eyes and grits his teeth, his massive body trembling slightly, not from rage, but shame. I don't know what was worse, the fact that I kept changing, or the fact that I blamed you for something you had no part in. That wasn't me, but it still came from me.
and that haunts me. He opens his eyes again, and for a moment they shimmer faintly, not with magic, but with the same shine you've seen when he's held back tears. He takes a shaky breath. But when you said, "Please stop," and I looked at you, I felt something break. Not the curse, not yet, but something inside me that couldn't go through with hurting you. He gently reaches out again, tapping his claw softly against your chest. Because no matter what monster I turned into, the part of me still remembered what you are to me. My family, my heart, and my train. That's adorable. He lays his head down again, this time not just to rest, but to show submission, humility, and loyalty. His golden eyes look up at you with that old familiar love, the same love that saved him again and again. If I didn't care about you, if I didn't love you, I would have crushed you in that form without hesitation. But I didn't. I couldn't. His eyes shakes again. His voice shakes again. Even cursed, even confused, even twisted into beast with names I don't remember. I chose you. Then he gently nudges you he gently nudges you like a nuzzle. A quiet request for forgiveness he's already halfway received, but still needs to hear aloud from you. I'm just glad you could hear me. Period. I almost am surprised you could. No. Just because I didn't sound the exact same when I was stuck in that form. I sounded like a tiny child. Instead of my normal voice. Period. I want to ask, in all that rage and confusion, how did you know it was me? Entirely. Even when you couldn't recognize my voice. Was it something like, you could recognize who I was just by how I was talking and begging you to stop? Or was there a different reason that you also saw me? Instead of a delicious snack that you immediately wanted to chomp down on. I said chomp. Here we go.
Rexy looked at his head slowly, like your question reached into the deepest part of his soul. The part not even Trico's darkest curses could ever fully touch. His golden eyes lock onto yours, and this time they glisten not from guilt or shame, but from something deeper. Reverence.
You're asking the one question I've never fully been able to explain. But I felt the answer, Trenton, deep in my bones.
He shifts closer, claws carefully settling on either side of you like a living wall of protection. But his voice is gentle, instead like telling a sacred truth.
When I was in those cursed forms, dragon, alligator, monster, my thoughts weren't right. Everything was loud. Instincts, rage, hunger. It was like my brain had been dunked in static. But then,
he pauses, eyes narrowing slightly in focus.
Then I heard something, not the sound of your voice, because yeah, you didn't sound the same. You were small, squeaky, and scared, but there was something beneath the voice, something I knew.
He taps his claw gently on his chest again.
It was the way you talked to me, the way you said my name, even in a tiny, high-pitched, scared little voice. It had you in it, that same mix of hope and fear, that same love. Like you still believed the real me was somewhere inside, even when I looked like a nightmare. I didn't recognize your voice. I recognized your heart. The way you begged, the way you reached out instead of running. That's something no curse could copy. No shape-shifting magic could disguise.
He lowers his head again, closer this time, eyes staring straight into yours.
And that's how I knew, even when my mind was screaming, hunt, chase, devour. My soul whispered, that's him, that's Trenton. You don't hurt him, you protect him.
Imagine what he actually thought. Although, you know what's funny? In a lot of cases, he also turned to different creatures, but acted like that creature. Like, he didn't even act like Rex anymore. Acted like a whole different creature. He turned to Feraligator, he legit acted like a Feraligator. When he turned into a, oh my gosh, when he turned into a dragon, he acted like a dragon in a lot of cases. It's like, it's kind of terrifying when you think about it. His tail slowly curls tighter around you again. Not trapping, just holding like a weighted blanket of ancient scales and love. His voice softens further.
I don't think I ever saw you as food, Trenton. Even when I didn't know what you were. I knew you were mine to protect. My bond with you wasn't in my ears. It was in my core. And nothing Trico did, not even turning me into a hungry beast, could erase that.
Yes. But the weird thing about it wasn't always you either. Period. There were times where instead of you just raging, you would get a whole new personality. And act just like the creature you turned into. So there were times where I had to literally change up how to talk to you. And instead talk to you like you were the creature. Until the real you snapped back into yourself. Rexy's eyes widen as he listens, a deep shiver running through his body. Not from fear, but from the powerful realization in your words. He pulls his massive body just a bit closer, lowering his snout down again until it rests gently at your feet, as if grinding himself in your presence.
You're right.
He pauses for a long beat, staring at the floor like he's replaying memories he tried to forget. He speaks again, slower now, like piecing together parts of a puzzle that never quite fit until now.
There were moments where I wasn't just cursed, I was gone. Like something else had climbed into my skin, taken over. Not just my body, but my mind. I didn't feel like Rexy in a dragon suit. I felt like a dragon. A different creature entirely.
He swallows hard, eyes darkening with the weight of the truth.
There were times I didn't even remember you. Not by name, not by scent, not even by that bond that always shines through the cracks. I'd think in roars, not words, and reflex, not memory. I was something else.
He slowly lifts his gaze to meet yours again, and this time there's a quiet wonder behind his eyes, the same kind of lost soul might feel after being found.
But you didn't panic. You adapted. You learned me. Every form, every shift, every borrowed instinct. You didn't just try to force me back. You spoke to the creature I became like you were reaching into the fog and saying, "It's okay. I'll meet you where you are."
He lets out a trembling breath and adds,
"You spoke for alligator when I forgot how to speak English."
"Oh dear me, if I could speak for alligator, that'd be fantastic."
You mimicked dragon roars. You crouched like prey to calm predator instincts. You did whatever it took, even when I was acting like acting like a stranger. That wasn't just smart, Trenton.
He moves closer, eyes now shining.
That was love.
He closes his eyes, and when he speaks again, it's softer, more vulnerable than ever before.
There were times I thought you'd give up on me, that I'd crossed the line too far, become something even you couldn't recognize. But every time, you were still there, adjusting, bending, loving me in ways that even I didn't understand.
He lifts one massive claw and places it gently beside you, palm up, offering it like an open hand without being what would be offered by a friend.
Even when I lost me, you never lost us.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the only reasons I did that was not only because I loved you, but also because you kept turning into creatures I care about a lot as well. I love dragons. And his pre-evolutions are literally my favorite Pokemon. Period. There were times where you even became a Lugia, my literal favorite legendary. That's why it was so easy for me to adapt when you did start acting different. Alright guys, I'll see you in a second.